What is up, you guys? Today, it's time for the inspirational quote. And it goes like this. There were two men sitting in a prison, and each of them differ in very many ways. But one of the key factors that they differ is the way they see things. The first man, he sees that the circumstances that he's in is because of the events around him. Everything is affecting him. He's the victim, right? Everything else has caused him to be in this situation in prison. And when he looks out those prison bars, all he could see is the muddy yard. He's focused on that muddy yard. He can't get it out of his head. It's the only thing that he can focus on because that's what he's looking for. At the end of the day, whatever you're looking for, you're going to find. You're going to find it, right? It's just like anything else. But the other prisoner, he looked at things in a more meaningful way. He was searching for the positive stuff. And when you look for the positive things, for example, instead of him looking at the yard and focusing on that muddy yard and how ugly it looks, all he did was just look up, and he saw the stars and the beautiful night sky. And seeing that gave him inspiration, gave him hope that just because he's in the situation that he's in and he's made past mistakes, he can still focus on the positive and still have a good, fulfilling life, even though he is in prison, right? And it just goes with every aspect of life, right? I can remember when I had a family member pass away. And it was the worst thing that has ever happened to me. But though it was hard, the one thing that kept me going was shifting my perspective and creating a powerful meaning, an empowering meaning to that loss. It made me appreciate things more. It made me appreciate family. It made me appreciate my loved ones. So, it all depends on how you see things and the things that you see around you. The state that we're in powerfully impacts the meaning that we associate or that we assign to something, right? If you are in a negative state, you're going to find all of these negative things to reinforce the emotions that you're feeling, right? So you have to break that state. You have to get out of it. And it's hard to do that, right? It's like Tony Robbins says, emotion is motion, right? If you're going to get out of a state, first thing that you can do is think about how you are presenting yourself. How are you carrying yourself? How are you breathing? How are you walking? Are you walking with confidence? Are you slouching your head down? What's the difference? Start with that. Start with how you're moving and how you're doing things. Then you can change how you're thinking. You have to start asking yourself more empowering questions like, what is great about this problem? Don't ask, why is this happening to me? Think about, what's great about what is happening to me? What can I learn about what's happening to me? How can I be grateful for what's happening to me? You see how your mind starts to go on this track and starts finding these other questions to find an answer? It's just like when you Google things online. You're going to find an answer no matter the question that you ask. Now, whether that's the right answer, that's a totally different story. Because you can Google something and you're going to find a bunch of bad answers, right? So you just have to ask the right questions in order to find the right answers. And that, my friends, is the inspirational quote of the day. Yeah!